Huge update, guys. We are moving. No joke, the company just went through a massive upgrade, and we basically hijacked the best room in the new building. It's huge, sun-drenched, and 100% ours. In our old studio, space was tight, ventilation was a joke, and we literally felt like our creativity was bottlenecked. But now, blank canvas, zero limits. Welcome to episode 1 of our new HQ reveal. Building the ultimate model studio from scratch. There are still multiple classified zones being unlocked out there. Where should we raid next? The heavy-duty photo studio? The design crew? Or should we just go prank the boss? Let me know in the comments. Top voted comment gets shot next. Now we're stepping into a brand new space. Spacious, bright, and ready for us to fill it with creativity. To make sure the workflow is smooth, we divided the space into 2 main areas, the dry zone and the wet zone. The dry zone is for model building and sanding, where all the tools and parts are neatly organized. The wet zone, on the other hand, is dedicated to spraying and cleaning, ensuring they don't interfere with each other, which increases our efficiency. Next, we started setting up the essentials. First up, the workbenches. We chose 2 large workbenches to fully maximize the desk space. These big workbenches allow us to have more flexibility while working and won't restrict our creativity like smaller desks. If you build models, you probably already know good lighting changes everything. Whether it's sanding tiny parts, panel lining, painting details, or applying decals, having the right light makes the whole process way more comfortable. We went with adjustable model work lights that let us control both brightness and color temperature depending on what we're doing. First, the desk pegboards. Honestly, this is probably one of the most important parts of the whole setup. As for how we're planning to fully set up the pegboards, we're going to keep that a secret for now. You'll have to wait until the end for the full reveal. After that, we started moving in the core setup, monitors, PCs, and all the daily essentials. Of course, storage is a huge part of any workspace setup. And this tool cart honestly became one of our favorite additions. Being able to move frequently used tools around the workspace so easily just makes everything feel way more efficient. Once the main structure was done, it was finally time for the fun part, decorating and filling the space. Slowly, the whole setup started coming together. And of course, we couldn't leave the standing pegboard wall empty either. So we added some aprons, tools, and a few finished models to make the space feel more personal and inspiring. Honestly, having finished builds displayed around the room just makes the whole studio feel more motivating. And then came the final step, filling everything in. Bit by bit, the empty space slowly transformed into an actual creator workspace. A place that's built not just for working, but for creating. All right, moving on to the wet zone. This one's a bit simpler, but super important. This is where all the spraying, painting, and cleanup happens. Next, we carefully placed each tool in its spot. All in all, the wet zone is pretty compact, but every piece is exactly where it needs to be, efficient and ready for action. Now, let's talk about the pegboards and what we actually did with them. So, what's the special design? Yep, 3D printing. But unlike before, this time we didn't come up with everything ourselves. Instead, we browsed MakerWorld and found some designs we thought were interesting and useful. Throughout the build and in the descriptions below, we'll make sure to give credit to the original creators. That way, if you're interested, you can download the designs yourself and also support the original designers. Back to the build, we printed all these little pieces and did the usual sanding to get them ready. The pieces include a Mac Mini organizer, general tool holders, tweezers holders, a keyboard stand, and even storage solutions specifically designed for our Kaleido paints. Next came the fun part, painting. To match our green pegboard, we went with orange accents. And of course, we used our own Kaleido Colorworks K012 paint for the job. Alright, spray painting done. Now comes the exciting part, mounting everything onto the board. Let's check it out together. And one last thing worth mentioning. We also have this super big photography light. It's a real game changer because it can cover both the dry zone and the wet zone at the same time. Honestly, a huge part of how the models look so perfect in the video comes from this light. It really makes all the colors pop and details stand out. Of course, this is mainly for our filming setup. If you're just a home hobbyist, you definitely don't need one this big. After days of setup, it's finally time to start using the space. Every fixture, every detail is here to support our work. This space isn't just a workspace. It's the birthplace of our ideas, a place where all our creations will come to life. All right, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. Do you guys want to see the chaotic behind the scenes of our moving day? Or maybe how we built our brand new photo and filming studio? Keeping it classified for now. Let us know in the comments, and if you guys hyped it up enough, episode 2 is definitely going to be the studio reveal. Also, huge announcement. We are dropping a brand new Sazabi build and breakdown series across our short form channels very soon. We're talking heavy mods, crazy paint jobs, the whole 9 yards. If you're into it, hit that follow button right now so you don't miss out. Follow us on social media for more tips and tutorials. And join our community on Discord or Facebook to exchange ideas. Leave your questions in the comments below. Until next time, bye-bye.